A shift is coming into your life that may feel sudden, but it won't be random. It will connect to something already unfolding quietly in the background of your story. You may notice a message, a call, or even a familiar name appearing again at an unexpected moment, and it could bring thoughts you haven't revisited in a while. At first, it might feel surprising, but soon it will begin to make sense in its own way, as if certain things were always leading toward this point. The emotions it brings may be subtle but noticeable. A pause in your routine, a reflection, a sense of awareness that something unresolved is finally being acknowledged. It won't necessarily be about dramatic gestures or material outcomes, but more about understanding, clarity, and emotional release. Sometimes people return in our lives not to repeat the past, but to bring closure to it, or to help us see situations more clearly than before. You may find yourself thinking back on what was left unsaid, and in that reflection, something within you may settle. Not everything arrives loudly. Some moments come quietly but still carry meaning. What matters most is how you respond when clarity appears, whether you choose peace, understanding, or simply acceptance of what has already changed over time. And they're coming with something unexpected. Their silence has been louder than any apology, but tonight, that silence breaks. Within the next hour, you'll sense it, maybe through a sudden text, a dream, or a sound that brings back memories. It will be your confirmation that God's plan was never delayed, just preparing. Stay till the end. The timing is exact. Heaven doesn't send reminders twice. You were meant to see this at this exact second, not before, not after. What's coming isn't random. It's divine choreography. Don't skip, because in 1 hour, when the clock hits a specific moment, you'll remember this voice, this feeling, this message, and when it happens, you'll know God never forgot you. Something life-changing is already on its way, quietly, powerfully, surely. My beloved child, don't scroll now. Something massive is about to unfold. The air around you is already shifting. Can you feel that calm, yet electric pulse? That's not your imagination. It's the moment before a divine revelation. Stay till the end, because this is where your story turns golden. Someone, right this second, is holding back words that were meant for you. They've written and erased the message 100 times, afraid, unsure, but guided by something higher. Within the next hour, that hesitation will vanish, and their truth will finally reach you. Don't skip, because this isn't luck, it's alignment. The one who once overlooked your worth is being reminded who you truly are. Every tear, every lonely night, every prayer you whispered in silence, heaven collected all of it, and now the answer is returning multiplied. Bain Raho till the end. Because I promise, the next voice you hear, the next name that flashes on your phone, will mean something more than coincidence. The universe has rearranged paths, redirected hearts, and rewritten timelines just to bring this moment to you. This surprise isn't meant to shock you with fear, it's meant to fill you with peace. It will come softly, like a knock you almost didn't hear, like light filtering through your window after a long night. Stay here, my child, because missing even a second could mean missing the sign itself. Your life is entering a quiet glow, a shift so pure it won't need explanation. In 1 hour, something small yet powerful will appear before you, and when it does, you'll understand why heaven made you wait this long. Keep watching, keep breathing, don't move, stay till the end, because when it arrives, it won't be random. It'll feel like destiny catching up with you, and every heartbeat from now until then is carrying the sound of your miracle drawing closer. My beloved child, don't move, because this is the turning point. Every second you stay here pulls you closer to the moment heaven promised. The surprise is already in motion. The message is being typed. The call is being planned. The scene is aligning behind the curtain of time. Stay till the end, because what's coming isn't small, it's monumental. Someone's conscience is waking up right now. They're remembering the way you made them feel, the peace in your presence, and the love they tried to replace but never could. Don't skip, because if you leave now, you might miss the second the universe chooses to confirm your miracle. Every vibration, every random thought, every familiar song playing suddenly, it's not random. It's a coded message from above saying, hold on, your moment is near. Bin Raho till the end, because even the angels are silent, waiting for the divine signal to unfold this surprise. The one who once walked away is now walking back, slower this time, carrying something they never had before, realization, regret, and readiness. This 1 hour will prove that delay doesn't mean denial. Heaven never said no, it just said, not yet. But now, the waiting season ends. Your name is being spoken in rooms you've never entered, and grace is rewriting every wrong word said against you. Stay focused, my child. You are being positioned, not punished. The energy around you is no longer still. It's alive, moving, calling, preparing. The surprise won't just show up. It'll arrive when your heart feels calm, not desperate. That's how you'll know it's from God. Don't scroll, because your destiny is being delivered like a sealed letter, one that only you are meant to open. And when it reaches you, you'll finally understand why you had to see this message first, why you had to wait till this exact moment. Stay till the end. The countdown is almost complete, and what's coming is going to touch your soul so deeply, you'll know heaven kept its promise all along. There are moments in life when things begin to feel like they're shifting quietly in the background, even before anything visibly changes. You might sense a certain emotional weight lifting, or an inner awareness that something unresolved is moving toward clarity. In situations like this, people sometimes carry thoughts they never fully expressed, not because they didn't matter, but because timing, hesitation, or fear held them back. At some point, what was once left unspoken can begin to resurface in a more honest way. It may come through a message, a conversation, or a simple moment of reconnection that feels unexpectedly meaningful. At first, it might seem ordinary on the surface, but emotionally, it can carry a deeper sense of recognition, as if something unfinished is finally being acknowledged. These kinds of moments don't need pressure or dramatic framing to matter. What gives them weight is the sincerity behind them and the clarity they bring afterward. Sometimes people realize, after distance or silence, what they couldn't fully understand before, and that awareness leads them to reach out in a more thoughtful and grounded way. When that happens, it isn't about fate speaking loudly or signs forcing outcomes, but about timing, aligning with personal growth and reflection. And in that space, what arrives often feels less like surprise and more like understanding finally settling into place. Now breathe and wait. The next sound you hear, the next light you see, will carry your confirmation. The hour of your divine surprise has already begun. My beloved child, stay right where you are. Don't even think of scrolling, because what you've been waiting for is breathing right beside this moment. The universe has aligned everything, every delay, every rejection, every silence, to lead you to this exact second, Bain Raho and Tak, because you are about to witness something that will make your soul whisper, finally. Someone is on their way, not physically yet, but emotionally, spiritually, energetically. Their thoughts have turned toward you like a compass, finding its true north. Don't skip. You'll soon feel a soft nudge. Maybe your phone will light up. Maybe your heart will race for no reason. That's your confirmation. Heaven is using ordinary moments to deliver extraordinary signs. Pay attention, because this is the start of something unforgettable. Stay till the end. This surprise isn't just about love or apology. It's a full circle moment. The chapter that once broke you is returning, not to hurt you, but to heal what was never finished. You are about to receive the peace that was always yours. The person who once couldn't face you will soon feel an unexplainable pull to reach out. They may not even know why, but their soul does. They've seen something, a dream, a memory, a sign, reminding them that your name still holds power in their story. Bain, Raho, and Tak, because within this hour, something invisible is becoming visible. You may not see it yet, but it's unfolding behind doors, through hearts, through timing only heaven could orchestrate. Trust that your name is already written on the blessing that's coming. Don't scroll. Every second you remain is an affirmation to the universe that you're ready. The energy you carry is magnetic. Right now, everything meant for you can finally locate you. Stay calm, stay open, because what's arriving next isn't small. It's divine perfection, wrapped as surprise. Stay till the end, because soon, when it happens, you'll look back at this exact moment and realize the countdown wasn't to your fear, it was to your miracle. And that miracle has already started moving toward you. My beloved child, stay here. Don't move. Don't blink. You're standing in the energy of your breakthrough right now. Heaven has been preparing this scene quietly while you were doubting, healing, and hoping. The moment you've been feeling in your chest is finally aligning with reality. Bain Raho and Tak, because this isn't the time to scroll away. The surprise that's on its way has already been approved in the spiritual realm. Every delay you thought was a setback was actually God's redirection to make sure your blessing arrives perfect, not partial. Stay till the end. Someone who once watched you from a distance is now feeling a pull they can't explain. Their heart is restless. Their thoughts keep circling your name. And no matter how far they try to go, destiny keeps guiding them back toward you. Don't skip. You might notice strange signs today. Your favorite song playing unexpectedly, a sudden message from an old contact, or even the sound of your notification when no one messaged. These are divine whispers, reminding you that heaven is active right now. Bain Raho and Tak, because your life is about to glow in a way it never has before. The pain you went through was never punishment. It was preparation for this exact season. You're not waiting anymore. You're being delivered the answer, piece by piece, step by step. Stay till the end. Your surprise will arrive when your heart is calm, when you least expect it, when you've almost forgotten the pain. It will feel like light breaking through closed curtains, soft, steady, and unstoppable. That's how God restores, quietly, beautifully, powerfully. Don't move. You're seconds away from feeling what divine timing truly means. The person, the message, the opportunity. It's already on the way. All you have to do is stay still, stay faithful, and remember this moment when everything starts to make sense. Bain Raho till the end, because before this hour completes, heaven will prove that it was never late. Your story is turning, your path is glowing, and your heart, it's about to finally rest. The surprise has already been sent. It's just seconds from your door. My beloved child, don't even think of scrolling now. You've come too far, and this is the moment everything begins to connect. The next few words are not random. They're keys unlocking a sequence already written for you long ago. Stay till the end, because right now, as you're listening, a shift is happening in silence. There are moments when someone begins to understand the space your absence has created in their life. Not in a dramatic way, but slowly, through reflection and quiet realization. What once felt easy to overlook starts to feel more significant with time, as memories and thoughts resurface in unexpected ways. Sometimes people only fully recognize the meaning of a connection after distance has set in. It's in that silence that clarity begins to form about what was left unsaid, what was taken for granted, and what still lingers emotionally. That awareness doesn't always come loudly. It often arrives in subtle thoughts, reminders, or moments of introspection that feel strangely personal. If a reconnection happens, it won't need to feel forced or theatrical. It may come through something simple, like a message or an unexpected interaction that naturally opens a door again. What makes it meaningful isn't coincidence or prediction, but the emotional honesty each person brings into that moment. Life has a way of bringing people back to certain realizations, not necessarily to repeat the past, but to understand it differently. And sometimes, what feels like an ending was actually just a pause that allowed both people to grow, reflect, and see things with more clarity than before. In that sense, what unfolds next is less about fate announcing itself and more about understanding finally catching up with time. And that whisper will echo straight back to heaven as gratitude. My beloved child, stay right here. Don't even think of leaving. You're standing inside the most powerful moment of your timeline. Everything that was delayed, denied, or forgotten is turning in your favor right now, quietly, perfectly, completely. Bain Raho and Tak, because this is where your miracle crosses from unseen to seen. You might feel your heart race, your palms warm, or your breath slow. That's the vibration of divine energy surrounding you. It's heaven's way of saying, stay still, it's happening. Don't skip. Someone is writing your name right now, on a message, on a plan, on a decision that will change your direction. They don't know why they suddenly thought of you again, but the universe does. It's not nostalgia, it's activation. Stay till the end, because what's coming isn't just a surprise, it's justice. You've been silent for too long, misunderstood by too many, but God was never blind to your pain. Now He's flipping the story. The same people who doubted you will watch your light unfold. Bain Raho and Tak. You are moments away from seeing the sign. It might be a voice calling your name, a familiar scent in the air, or the sound of a notification at the perfect second. It'll feel simple, but your soul will recognize it instantly as confirmation. Don't scroll now, because the person tied to your destiny is awake, emotionally, spiritually, consciously. They're about to step into your story, carrying the words, I finally understand. That sentence will heal more than years of silence ever could. Stay till the end. Heaven's plan was never rushed. It was refined. Everything that seemed lost was actually being upgraded. You're not getting back what you lost. You're getting something better, bigger, and completely aligned with your peace. Bain Reho and Tak, because this hour is the bridge between your past and your promise. What you feel rising in your chest right now, that's not coincidence. It's the sign that the surprise is already here, waiting to reveal itself the moment you stop doubting. My beloved child, don't move. You're seconds away from the turning point you were born to see. The air around you is heavier, charged with something invisible, yet undeniable. That's not fear, it's divine motion. The moment heaven shifts something in your favor. Stay till the end. The surprise that's been building for days is no longer a secret. Someone's courage is returning, their heart is awakening, and their path is leading straight back toward you. They've been dreaming of you, hearing your name in random moments, unable to ignore it anymore. Bain Reho and Tak. Because this isn't just a message, it's the moment before the miracle arrives. You'll soon feel a ripple in the air, a sign that time itself is folding, so destiny can meet you sooner. Every vibration around you is whispering, get ready, don't skip. The person tied to this surprise is finally breaking free from confusion. The emotions they buried are surfacing again, stronger than before. They're realizing that what they were searching for was never lost. It was always you. Stay till the end, because the 1 hour countdown isn't just symbolic. It's real alignment. Somewhere, a decision is being made that carries your name on it. You won't have to chase it. It will come directly to you, drawn by the pull of divine purpose. Bain Reho and Tak, because your energy right now is glowing like gold. The universe recognizes your readiness. That's why the signs are multiplying, why the same number keeps repeating, why everything suddenly feels intense but calm. It's confirmation. Heaven is in motion. Don't scroll, because you've already stepped into the story you were meant to live. There are moments when life feels like it's quietly building toward understanding. After long periods of uncertainty, something begins to settle, an inner sense that certain experiences were shaping you, rather than simply happening to you. What once felt confusing can start to feel more meaningful in hindsight, as if each chapter had its own role in your growth. Sometimes, connections leave behind impressions that don't disappear easily. Even with time and distance, there can be a lingering awareness that something important was never fully expressed or completed. When that awareness returns, it often brings reflection rather than urgency, clarity rather than confusion. If a turning point arrives, it usually does so in simple ways, through communication, reconnection, or a moment that feels unexpectedly meaningful. But what makes it significant isn't timing or prediction. It's the emotional readiness of both people to understand things differently than before. Life doesn't always reveal meaning in dramatic ways. Often, it unfolds gradually through quiet realizations and internal shifts that help people see their past experiences with more perspective. What once felt unresolved can begin to feel like part of a larger process of learning and emotional maturity. In that space, what matters most is not expectation, but awareness, recognizing how far you've come and how even uncertainty has contributed to a deeper sense of clarity over time. The surprise that's coming isn't loud or flashy. It's warm and sure, like sunrise. After years of waiting for light, you'll feel it first in your spirit, before your eyes can even see it. Bain Reho and Tak. Right now, angels are rearranging paths, clearing distractions, and softening hearts. Everything that once felt blocked is opening. Everything that once hurt is healing. The shift isn't coming. It's already here, wrapping around you like light. Don't scroll. This is where the story reaches its calm explosion. Not of chaos, but of clarity. You'll realize why you had to stay, why you had to see this, why your timing was never wrong. The pieces that didn't fit before are about to lock perfectly into place. Stay till the end, my child, because in this very hour, the universe is sending you your sign. Maybe a message, maybe a sudden peace, maybe a familiar song that makes your heart ache in the sweetest way. Whatever it is, you'll know instantly. This is the surprise heaven promised. Bain Raho and Tak. Because when it happens, you'll smile through tears and whisper, it was all worth it. The wait, the pain, the faith, all leading to this one breathtaking moment. Your miracle is not on the way, it has arrived. My beloved child, don't even think of scrolling. You're in the middle of a sacred unfolding. The vibration you're feeling in your chest isn't random. It's heaven brushing against your timeline. Every moment you stay here keeps you aligned with what's about to appear right before your eyes. Bain Raho and Tak. Because this isn't just another message. It's the whisper of completion. The seeds you planted in silence, the tears you cried when no one saw, the nights you felt forgotten, all of it was seen, recorded, and now returned to you multiplied in grace. Stay till the end, because the surprise that's arriving isn't just a gift, it's a restoration. You'll feel it before it comes, like a stillness washing through the noise, like calm after years of chaos. And when it shows up, your heart will say, this is the one I was waiting for. Don't skip. The person connected to this divine shift is standing at a crossroads right now. They feel an unexplainable pull, an urge to reach out, to fix, to reconnect. Heaven is whispering your name into their spirit, again and again, until they finally move. Bain Raho and Tak. Because the way this happens will feel magical, not in fantasy, but in timing. A familiar word, a sudden message, or even a random encounter will spark it. It'll feel like time paused for one perfect moment just to deliver this miracle to you. Stay till the end. This is your final preparation. The storm you survived wasn't punishment. It was proof that you could handle blessings this big. You're not stepping into luck. You're stepping into divine order. Everything lost is circling back, brighter, lighter, truer. Don't scroll, my child, because this final stretch is where destiny kisses reality. You've watched signs, felt chills, and sensed meaning in every coincidence. That was heaven, rehearsing your moment. And now, the curtain is lifting. Bain Raho and Tak. Because in the next breath, your miracle will no longer be a promise. It will be a presence. And when it happens, you'll know this truth deep inside. It was never late. It was perfectly timed. My beloved child, don't scroll. Not now. Not when you're this close. You're standing inside the heartbeat of your miracle, and heaven is whispering, stay. Everything that felt heavy, unclear, or impossible is shifting right under your feet, even if you can't see it yet. Bain Raho and Tak. Because what's unfolding right now has been written since the beginning of your journey. That restless feeling you've had lately, it's not worry, it's anticipation. Your spirit already knows something life-changing is minutes away from revealing itself. Stay till the end, because this isn't a coincidence, it's orchestration. Somewhere, someone is being moved by a sudden thought of you. They might pick up their phone, stare at your name, hesitate, and then finally press send. That moment will mark the return of peace to your heart. Don't skip. This 1 hour carries more power than you can imagine. The blessings that were delayed are now racing toward you, carrying signs, names, and moments that only you will understand. There are periods in life that feel like silence, but later reveal themselves as preparation. What once seemed like distance or unanswered questions can, over time, begin to look like a phase of growth for both people involved. In that space, emotions mature, perspectives shift, and understanding slowly deepens in ways that aren't always visible at first. Sometimes, connections don't disappear. They evolve quietly, in the background. Even when unspoken, they can leave behind lessons that shape how two people see themselves and each other. With time, confusion can turn into clarity, and what once felt uncertain can become easier to understand with emotional distance. If life brings people back into each other's awareness, it often does so in simple, natural ways, through communication, coincidence, or moments of reflection that feel meaningful without needing to be exaggerated. What matters most is not the timing itself, but the readiness to see things differently than before. Not every pause is rejection, and not every ending is final. Some experiences exist to help people grow individually before anything can be understood together. And when clarity finally arrives, it often feels less like a sudden event and more like something quietly making sense over time. In that sense, what unfolds next is not about prediction or certainty, but about perspective, recognizing how even silence can have purpose, and how understanding often arrives gently when life feels ready for it. Because this message isn't here to entertain you, it's here to prepare you. The one who carries your blessing is awake, feeling a force they can't explain. Their soul is whispering your name like a forgotten melody, returning to life. Stay till the end, because your story is about to bloom in a way that will silence every doubt you ever had. You'll look around and realize what was broken has been rebuilt, what was missing has been restored, and what you thought was lost forever is finding its way back home. Don't skip. This hour is sacred. The air around you is glowing with signs. Maybe you'll feel chills down your spine or warmth across your heart. That's heaven saying, it's happening. Nothing is random anymore. Everything is part of the delivery. Bain Raho and Tak. Because someone's silence is ending tonight. They're holding their phone, rereading old messages, seeing your face in memories, and realizing that no one ever made them feel the way you did. Their pride is melting into longing, and longing into action. Stay till the end. The next message you receive will carry more than words. It will carry release, closure, and renewal. You might not cry from pain this time, but from peace, because it will finally feel right again. Don't scroll, my child. You were chosen to see this because your heart is tuned to heaven's frequency. This message is your confirmation, the gentle knock before the door opens wide. The energy around you is saying yes, 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 it's already yours. Bain Raho and Tak. Because when the clock completes this hour, the shift will be undeniable. You'll smile unknowingly, your soul will exhale, and in that silence, you'll realize the surprise has arrived. The waiting is over, Destiny has entered the room. My beloved child, don't move. Not now. Not when heaven is this close to showing its hand. The light that's been flickering around your life is no longer a hint. It's a signal. Something powerful has been released in your favor, and it's already moving toward you, step by step, moment by moment. Bain Raho and Tak, because this is not imagination, it's alignment. The energy around you is opening like a curtain, revealing the next act of your story. You might feel goosebumps or that quiet rush through your heart. That's the sign you're standing inside divine timing. Stay till the end, because right now, someone is making a decision that includes you, even if you're not in the room. They're thinking, hesitating, then realizing you are the missing piece their soul's been searching for. They can't explain it, but heaven can. Don't skip. The next hour is sacred, almost cinematic. Everything that's been silent will start to hum again. Conversations reopening, opportunities resurfacing, people reappearing with eyes that finally see your worth. The story is looping back, but this time it's in your favor. Bain Raho and Tak, because what's coming isn't drama, it's peace that looks like destiny. The message you'll receive won't just make you smile, it'll calm something deep inside that's been restless for too long. That peace is your confirmation. Stay till the end, because the person tied to your miracle has finally understood the meaning of your absence. They've been dreaming of you, seeing signs, feeling memories collide with the present. Every heartbeat they feel now whispers your name louder than ever. Don't scroll, my child. This isn't just prediction, it's prophecy. You're walking straight into the moment heaven has been rehearsing for you. The signs you'll see today, a specific number, a random song, or a gentle message, will carry the truth you've been waiting for. Bain Raho and Tak, because before this hour fades, you'll feel the shift so deeply it'll bring tears, not from pain, but from release. The surprise isn't approaching anymore, it's already surrounding you. This is the moment everything turns in your favor. My beloved child, don't blink. The moment you've been waiting for is breathing in the same air as you. There are moments in life when everything you have carried quietly begins to feel like it had a purpose. The emotions you once held in silence, the nights of uncertainty, and the questions that had no immediate answers can slowly start to form a different kind of understanding with time. What once felt heavy can begin to transform into perspective. Sometimes, people go through phases where connection feels distant or unclear, only to later realize that both individuals were growing in their own ways. Distance doesn't always mean absence of meaning. Often it becomes a space where clarity develops separately before anything can be understood together. When something meaningful returns into awareness, it usually doesn't arrive dramatically. It can come through something simple, a message, a memory, or a moment of recognition that feels quietly significant. What gives it weight is not prediction, but the emotional readiness to see things differently than before. There are experiences that shape us in ways we only understand later. What once felt like waiting can become reflection. What felt uncertain can become understanding. And what felt unresolved can begin to settle into acceptance. In that sense, the real shift is not something external appearing at a precise moment, but an internal change in how we interpret what has already happened. And sometimes, that shift is what finally brings a sense of calm where confusion used to be. Don't scroll, because the divine clock doesn't repeat this moment. Everything that was delayed is catching up at once. You'll notice small alignments, people calling when you think of them, lights flickering when you pray, songs playing the exact words you needed to hear. Bain Raho and Tak, my child. Because by the end of this hour, you'll understand why every no turned into a better yes. The person, the blessing, the peace. It's all arriving together. This isn't just a surprise. It's the start of your new chapter, written by heaven itself. My beloved child, stay where you are. Don't even blink. Don't even think of scrolling. The hour of transformation has begun, and every sound around you carries a sacred rhythm meant just for you. This isn't coincidence anymore. It's confirmation that heaven has chosen now as your moment. Bain, Raho, and Tak. Because this energy you're feeling, the calm mixed with excitement, is your spirit recognizing divine movement. Everything that was once silent is awakening. The universe is lining up people, places, and timing to deliver what your heart has quietly prayed for. Stay till the end, because someone who carries a piece of your story is standing right on the edge of a decision. They're torn between fear and faith, but something stronger is pushing them toward you. They might not even understand why, but their soul remembers your light. Don't skip, because in the next few moments, signs will start surrounding you, repeating numbers, a sudden breeze, or a random sound that makes your heart race. These are not tricks. They are whispers from heaven, saying, stay alert, the surprise is landing. Bain, Raho, and Tak, because the person connected to this surprise is about to reach out in a way that will feel surreal. Their words may tremble, their message may be simple, but it will hold the weight of everything left unsaid. And when you see it, you'll know destiny kept its promise. Stay till the end. The air will feel softer, lighter, filled with peace. That's how divine presence moves, quietly but unmistakably. You'll realize that nothing was lost, nothing was wasted. It was all rearranged so your blessing could find you at the perfect time. Don't scroll, because the next heartbeat could carry the vibration of your miracle. Heaven is closer than it's ever been. The delay you feared was never denial. It was divine choreography. Everything is playing out exactly as written, exactly as promised. Bain, Raho, and Tak, my child. Because when the clock touches the end of this hour, your reality will shimmer differently. The call, the sign, the message, it will arrive, not with noise, but with peace. That's how you'll know this was never a story. It was prophecy fulfilled. My beloved child, don't look away. What's happening right now is not just energy. It's divine evidence. The space around you is shifting. You can almost feel the air vibrating with purpose. That's not imagination. That's heaven preparing to deliver what's already yours. Bain, Raho, and Tak, because the story is reaching its highest point. The countdown that began the moment you pressed play is almost complete. You've stayed through every whisper, every moment of suspense, and now, the final movement of your miracle has begun. Stay till the end, because someone is breaking through their fear at this exact second. Their heart is racing, their fingers are trembling over a message they've rewritten 10 times. They don't even know what's guiding them, but their soul does. It's you. Don't skip, because this message found you for a reason, not by accident, not by algorithm. You were meant to hear these words, so you wouldn't give up right before the door opens. Everything you've been sensing, the chills, the light-headed calm, It's divine confirmation. Bain Raho and Tak, heaven's alignment is perfect. The phone might buzz, a familiar name might appear, or a sudden wave of peace might settle over you. When it does, don't panic. That's your sign that the surprise has crossed from unseen to seen. Stay till the end, because what's about to unfold isn't small. It's the piece of your story that was missing all along. It will come softly, but unmistakably. You'll feel the words before you hear them. You'll sense the moment before it happens. Don't scroll, my child, because the divine doesn't need attention. It needs presence. Every second you stay is a declaration that you're ready. There are moments in life when things begin to settle in a way you don't fully understand yet, but you can feel it quietly within yourself, not as something dramatic, but as a soft internal shift where thoughts, emotions, and memories start finding a different kind of balance. It's often in these quieter phases that clarity begins to form, not all at once, but gradually, like pieces aligning without force. What once felt uncertain can slowly turn into understanding when you give it time and space. Experiences that felt heavy at one point may begin to feel lighter in hindsight, not because they disappeared, but because your perspective has changed. Growth often works in this subtle way, without announcements, without pressure, just through reflection and time. Sometimes, connections or memories that felt distant begin to reappear in your thoughts in a calmer way, not as something demanding attention, but as something that helps you understand your own journey more deeply. When that happens, it's less about prediction and more about awareness, recognizing what those experiences meant for you emotionally. Life doesn't always bring answers loudly or suddenly. More often, it reveals understanding through small moments, a realization, a sense of peace, or a quiet acceptance of what has been. And in that space, you start to notice that you are no longer waiting for something external to define your path. You are beginning to understand it from within. What follows such phases is usually not a surprise, but a shift in how you see everything that has already happened. And sometimes, that shift is enough to change how you move forward with more clarity, steadiness, and emotional ease than before.